Capernaum is located on the northwestern shores of the Sea of Galilee, originally known as Capernaum, or the village of Nahum. The name was later translated into Greek as Capharnaum. This is Jesus' town, and it is named like that in Matthew's Gospel. This is the very place where Matthew was called, as well as Peter, Andrew, James, and John. The ruins of the town, including Peter's house and the synagogue, were excavated by the Franciscan archaeologists Virgilio Corbo and Stanislao Lofreda, and can be visited today, just a few steps from the lake where the first apostles used to go fishing. It was during their excavations in 1968 that the Franciscan archaeologists unearthed the remains of what is recognized as Peter's home, the Insula Sacra, called in this way because it encloses the room venerated by the early followers of Jesus. In the 4th century AD, this room was rebuilt in the form of a house church, or Domus Ecclesia, before being replaced by an octagonal church during the Byzantine era. Built above these excavations, protecting them from the effects of time and weather, and having a most original form, evoking the shape of St. Peter's boat, is the present Church of St. Peter, consecrated in 1990, and not far from here one can visit the remains of the synagogue. They went as far as Capernaum, and at once, on the Sabbath, he went into the synagogue and began to teach. Built in a Greek-Roman style with Corinthian capitals, it can be dated to the 4th century after Christ. Under the nave of this synagogue, the Franciscan excavations revealed the extensive flooring of the 1st century synagogue, which was built by the Roman centurion and which Jesus visited. Among the many events of Jesus' public life, the evangelists point to this as the place where the Master taught and healed the lame and the possessed. Jesus had now finished what he wanted to say, and his teaching made a deep impression on the people. He went down to Capernaum, a town in Galilee, and taught them on the Sabbath, and his teaching made a deep impression on them because his word carried authority. I am the bread of life. Your fathers ate manna in the desert, and they are dead. But this is the bread which comes down from heaven, so that a person may eat it and not die. And at once, in their synagogue, there was a man with an unclean spirit, and he shouted. Capernaum, the place where Jesus gave speeches and worked miracles, is today one of the places most frequented by pilgrims coming from all over the world. The custody of the Holy Land has included in its calendar of pilgrimages, on the 2nd Saturday of October, the commemoration of Jesus' presence, his signs, and his preaching at this site. It is a celebration that takes you back to Jesus' time, when, after a hot day's work, people would find refreshment here, along the Sea of Galilee. It is also a moment to come together in the place where Peter and the others were called, and to remember that everyone is called to follow him every day.